The Substance, pretty good movie, pretty good. Pretty good for a movie about an old lady who sucks ass at taking medicine. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Pretty good movie. If honestly, I don't want to spoil anything about The Substance. I got kind of mad halfway through, man. I got kind of mad. I was like, this old lady's gonna fuck everything up, dude. She's fucking, they had a good thing going. She's fucking it up, man. How was episode 1 of Severance? It was pretty good. I mean, I've only seen what you... Normally, if you watch 50 minutes of a movie, you kind of have an idea of how it goes. With TV shows, it's hard to tell. There's really nothing to comment on after one episode. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I took The Substance, I would stabilize for 7 days, and I would switch once a week without exception, man. Like, it's not hard. I just, it's just a tragedy. Because I really think The Substance, a lot of people have said it's about aging, especially as a woman. And it's about how society treats you as like disposable when you're not beautiful. And it's about how blood represents youth and how blood represents beauty and blood represents health. But like when you get it on your face, you're not stoked. Isn't that ironic? But like I have a different interpretation. For me, it was basically about a jealous old lady who couldn't handle that this beautiful young actress was taken off in Hollywood, and she did whatever she had to do to slow it down, man. It is just an extension of the Prezzo tweet. Yeah. They're one, though. Guy who, when Sue makes a mistake, says they're one, but when Elizabeth Sparkle makes a mistake, blames the old lady. Like, yeah, Sue messed up, but bro, Sue, like, is Elizabeth. So, like, what do you mean Sue messed up? If Elizabeth had just fucking not eaten so much rotisserie chicken and not made so many 72 egg omelets, like, it wouldn't even have been a problem, man. They had a fucking good thing going. Can you start a movie podcast so we don't have to listen to it every stream? Tell you what, buddy. I had already auto-completed the ban, but I'm going to take a look. Active subs, so the barrier for survival is a little lower. Every time you bring up Letterboxd, I get angry, whatever, put the game on. Then here you're talking about plays, you're talking about, literally on Friday, talking about Patrick Bateman and William Dafoe, talking about Severance. I'm turning 19 in a month, Monka S. Never mind. You need all the help you can get. Okay, listen. That's the thing, right? Like, you gotta be careful what you wish for on the internet. Because of anonymity, like, I consider you a peer. You're literally not a peer, you're half my age. We shouldn't be talking to each other. Society has not designed us to speak under the veil of having the same experiences. Like, there's not meant to be relatability between the two of us, to be honest. I'm not gonna ban you though. That's like too far. You gotta figure that shit out. Yet I know movie game and you don't. Because your favorite movie 5 years ago was probably Spider-Man 3, man. Like, listen, you've been an adult for like less than... Like the Chiefs dynasty was 3 times older than your adult life. That's crazy, man. But it's the folly of, forgive me for referencing my demographics, it's the folly of young man to assume that they got it all figured out. Because I thought I figured it out at 19 as well. It turns out, I was watching life in 160p. Yeah, I could tell what was going on with each individual pixel, man. Once you go to 4K, that shit gets a little bit more complicated. There's a lot more information in the stream. Damn, that's fucking true. You were fucking 14 years old when Avengers Endgame came out? Wow, man! When you put it that way, that's crazy. You ever see that Mark Twain quote? It was like, when I was 14, my dad was a fucking idiot. And then when I turned 25, I was like, when did he get so smart? You might find that one in a book. I don't think they had it in Waiting for Godot. If you're 19, no one wants to hear your opinions. Not true! People from the age, I would say, 16 to 20 would love to hear your opinions. And I don't even mind hearing your opinions. It's just when your opinion is like that I should shut up that it pisses me off. Now, clearly you understand because your feelings were hurt when I told you to shut up. So why is it so hard to practice the golden rule here? Is it blowing your mind that this is coming from my brain? I didn't have to type this shit into ChatGPT to get it to spit out a stream of consciousness. This is motivated by my own feelings. There's a fire burning underneath. I'm just exhaling the smoke. The other 19-year-olds in here, you're innocent. Also, why do you get pissed off? I don't understand. I gotta understand. Hang on, I'm popping it out. Like you recognize it's a Monday morning in February, right? I wanted you to call me out, caught. It's just just a shame that we almost had some like a little bit of common ground in the middle, and then it just had to be. I'm so sorry. It's not a perma. It's like when you get put in prison for life. They usually let you out, like if you just say you're sorry, right? I'll let you out. I'm not saying get in the crystal. I'm saying it's your choice. If you honestly, even if the unban request says something like, maybe we both got a little too heated, I would accept that. I would accept that. There's probably 250 people presently in this chat that got perma'd when they were only 60% in the wrong and I was 40% tilted. Why? Because I'm also a mod on Apollo's channel, so I see a lot of those. You know, sometimes when you're streaming, you get tilted, and then people will type like, lol, bro's tilted, and then they get banned and they go, I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like, yeah, you did, idiot. Like, this isn't, like, the courts have an obligation to treat you fairly, which usually means you probably get off easier than you deserve. But on Twitch, like, you could just, just for being annoying, you can get fucking sent to the black hole. I don't think that Autobot has the ability to perma. We're low on ban requests, to be honest. But like, I'll tell you what, there's one in the hopper right now. This person has been on Twitch for 13 years. They have no chat history, which means they got banned before they started permanently storing chat history. And it says, why am I banned when I haven't ever been in chat? LOL. But their name has it has LOL on the end. And their avatar is like a female elf. And I don't know if it's like environmental storytelling or something, but I'm like, I bet you typed something fucking foul in 2016. Now, if I saw the message and it was foul and you said I've changed, that's the easiest unban approval of my life. But like, why am I banned in chat when I haven't ever been in chat? LOL, that scares me. That's spicy. What's the threshold of time for change? I'm going to give my honest answer, which is going to annoy everybody. Maybe like a year, 1 to 2 years, depending on how old they are. I mean, if you were like 15 and typed something shitty, and then you came back when you were 16 and a half and said like, I've changed. I'm like, yeah, no kidding, man. You've lived like another 10% of your life since then. If you're like 75 and you type something foul and you come back at 76, I believe you could change, but the burden of proof is a lot higher. That's ageist? Yes, it is. Sometimes I permaban people in my own chat because it's annoying and I don't even stream. It does feel good. And I feel like if you treat like 99.5% of people well, they will all cheer for you when you treat someone annoying unfairly a little bit, which is probably like an indictment of mob mentality, but I'm not going to say I'm not using it to my advantage when a chatter crosses the line. It's Slop Monday, people. It's Slop Monday. And I'm not saying that because I watched the first episode of Severance after I was bullied into doing so. And then people are asking me, hey, what are your thoughts on Severance? I don't know, bro. I've seen one episode. They didn't design me to have thoughts on it. I'm 2% of the way through the story up to this point. I don't know anything. I know the cast. I'm very excited for you. It's a blast. Well, don't get too excited because after I finish the second episode, I think they want me to get a free trial to Apple TV, which is still, I would bet the under on that one. But at some point, maybe when season 3 comes out, they'll release all of season 1 for free. And then I could be like 2 or 3 years behind the times, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I still haven't seen The Sopranos. Thoughts on Conclave? Listen, buddy, we got to start Trickshot Simulator. Letterboxd is going to give me a genuine aneurysm, though. Conclave. Taut, thriller, very rich performances from everybody involved, a mature film. Every Letterboxd review looks like the messy bitch convention came to town. The fuck are you talking about, man? Look at my society, man. We're cooked. We're cooked. I mean, it's just the one website, really, but like at the same time, what are we going to do here? Stage select marble? That's it. That's the marble. Your goal is to roll it, and then I suppose land it in the central pip of the dice. Is that correct? You're going to use the left mouse button and roll it forward. All right, bad start, man. Is this what it was like to be... Because there's no way for me to know. Is this what it was like to be 11 in like 2014? It's a shame we perma'd that chatter. Wait, no, one sec. They were 7. They wouldn't know. Oh, whoa. Oh! So we could be here for like, I don't know, 2 hours just trying to do this one. That's okay, I can live with that. Because everything like worth doing, like if it was easy, everyone would do it, man. Everyone would do it. This is what it was like to be stoned in your basement at age 14. I'm not here to make anybody feel bad. I don't think you should be smoking weed in like middle school. That's, I mean, I'd be controversial. Can I say something? I don't think you should be smoking weed in high school either. But I do understand that part of the shared experience of youth is taking glee in doing things, that you're not supposed to do. So I get that. But definitely like, do you ever see that picture of Drew Barrymore hanging out with one of the members of the hair metal group Rat at a Los Angeles bar in 1984 or whatever like that? She's literally 10 years old and she's at the bar. I don't think that was, I mean, I know it worked out for her because she was in E.T. and she's got like her own show now or whatever, and she married Tom Green, but like that's, I don't think, I mean, as long as she was keeping it to like 1 or 2 beers a night, I guess, at age 10. Isn't that what the FDA says? The FDA is gone? Oh yeah, right, my bad. You know what else is gone, guys? Sorry for current events. You know what else is gone? Patrick Mahomes' aura. Am I right? I mean, the Eagles D-line, I didn't see the game, but the Eagles D-line was reportedly feasting, I've been told. Oh, Daddy, would you like some plant-based sausage? Mouth, so true. Yeah, I'm still boycotting the United States of America. So instead of watching the Super Bowl, I watched Murdoch Mysteries on CBC Gems. And I'm going to tell you, the Phantom of fucking Young Street, chills, that's all I'm going to say. And who stole the last sour cream glazed Timbit? I mean, no spoilers, please. I'm thinking it's Terry. He's a bit of a hoser. Anyway, I was just busy this weekend. I was at, Saturday's just always a busy day, and then Sunday I had, one of my daughter's friends had a birthday party. Which was sick, man. They brought in a magician. Oh! For a birthday party for someone that was turning 5. And I was like, this guy literally deserves hazard pay. Like, he was doing magic tricks for a room of like 25 3 to 6-year-olds who did not even understand really like what was happening. So he would be like, check it out, what's this card? Say the card if you know it. And then he'd just be met with like pure silence. And then he'd be like, okay, it's the King of Hearts. It's the King of Hearts. All right, now like watch this. And he would like, do the misdirecting type stuff, and then he would like flip it around and he'd be like, and here's the King of Hearts, and it would be like the 7 of clubs. The kids didn't know it wasn't like the same card, and also they were like eating pizza and cake and stuff, so they were distracted. I was like, man, this guy, whatever they paid him to be at this birthday party, he should have doubled it, because like this is but I felt like all the other parents were like, wow, this magician is like not doing so hot. And I was like loving it, man. I was like, leave this guy alone. This is a tough job, dude. Sometimes you get 15 minutes into a sponsor stream and you're like, oh, fuck. I got another 105 minutes of this. I've been there, man. He had a tough crowd. Yeah, I saw some movies this weekend. I saw Conclave. Enjoyed it. That was a 4-star. I saw The Substance. I finished it this morning. I gave it 4.5. And can I be honest with you? About 2/3 of the way through The Substance, I was like, I think I gotta give this a 3. I hate this line of criticism, but I'm gonna resort to it anyway. I also, I enjoyed the start. In the middle of the movie, I was like, it's a little long and it starts to drag. And I was like, they're gonna cancel me, man, for not giving a good review to The Substance. And then the third act brings it all together. It completely brings it all together and makes it worth it. I do think they could probably have cut maybe like 25 to 45 minutes off of it. But that being said, did you watch I'm Still Here? Not yet, but I was thinking maybe I should just watch like all the Best Picture nominees. Because I'm already at like 3, I think, which is more than I usually get to by the time the Oscars happen. Oh, maybe I've seen 4. I've seen 4 because I've seen Dune 2, Anora, I've seen Conclave, and I've seen Letterboxd. Or I'm sorry, I've seen The Substance. Challengers? I've seen Challengers, yeah. Imagine, dude, that would be the trick shot of the century. I gotta see Nickel Boys, but I'm a little pissed off that it's like a $22 rental. By the way, if you think this is boring, I have something horrible to tell you. I'm stronger than you, and you couldn't have made it with the life that I had. Mouth, back me up. If you were born in 1988, this shit could eat up like a whole Saturday for you, for sure. And you'd be loving every Saturday. The only thing is, where they have like this alarm clock over in the corner, you would probably have like a radio playing 102.7 The Border. And then that's like a... That's like a peak fucking... That's like a Saturday in August, right before school starts again. You wouldn't know shit about that. We wore those fucking VHS tapes out, bro. Oh! Yeah, till the room fucking stank, dude. Till the room stank. That's what I'm talking about. 80s in the States, basically like 90s in Canada. Yeah, honestly, now we're not 10 years behind. But until the internet proliferated, I think we were 10 years behind the culture of the United States. For sure. Because it took longer for information to arrive. Honestly, the other thing is, I wish we were still 10 years behind the United States. Because, like, I'm not exactly thrilled with, like, the present state of society in general. So, like, I wish we were, like, maybe, like, 40 years behind the United States right now. Well, time will tell if that's the case. I'd take 2015. Well, I think it still, like, kind of sucked, but you were probably, like, 20 years old. I get it. I got a lot of fondness for, like, the mid-2000s. Shit sucked for a lot of people in the mid-2000s, for sure. All I want is for it to be pre-Reagan. You didn't add enough stipulations. Guess what? Welcome to the 1856. The Buchanan administration. How does a bastard, immigrant, orphan, decorated racist? Well, he's got to get to all the presidents, man. He's got to get to all the presidents. Hamilton, I guess, was not a president, but I'm fucking waiting for the Taft rap musical, man. All I know about Taft is that he's like, he was overweight by contemporary standards. That's all I know about him. That's why I'm not throwing away my food. It reminds me, my daughter's been doing a lot of song parodies. They get me every time. So she's been singing I Don't Care, I Love It by Iconopop featuring Charlie XCX. But we've been working on the bridge together. It's like, you're on a different bread. I'm on a bun that's great. You want me on a burger, but I am on a plate. You're like a bowl of peas. We've gotta make a switch. You're like a mac and cheese, but I'm a fish and chips. I love food. Now, luckily, there's only like 30 words in the whole song. But her writing is this fire. Well, I punched it up a little bit. A lot of it was just making every line end in burger for a while. You know what I like about a challenge? Like, I mean, this is basically like YouTube Sisyphus. The space I'm interested in exploring is not the reaction when you actually land the trick shot. The space I'm interested in exploring is halfway through when you're like, I don't think I can do it. I give up. And then you decide, am I weak? Am I going to play something that's going to give me dopamine faster? Or am I going to stick to the process? And I wish I could tell you that we're going to stick to the process, but I don't know yet. And I don't think anybody can know until they have to make that decision for themselves. Gambling is better. I already hated gambling. Whoa! I became gambling's #1 hater when I found out that if you consistently win, the apps just ban you. That doesn't seem fair. It's fucked. That's what I'm saying. It seems like that seems not fair, man. Is that legit? Apparently, like, I've never had it happen to me because I've never downloaded one of the apps. But like, apparently, if you consistently demonstrate an edge against the book, they either like limit the amount you can bet to insignificant sums, or they just ban you from the app altogether. So like, I guess like there's two reasons it's very hard to be a professional gambler. One is like, you actually need to have an edge, which lots of people think they have, but is actually very rare. And then the other one is if you demonstrate using the edge, they fucking kill you. That's crazy. Unless you're a popular TV guy. Well, they're the only ones making money from the apps, right? I'm hoping. If they're losing money on the apps too, then maybe we could kill the fucking Sportsnet parlay of the game segment. Hang on, hold on the bridge! ESPN's getting 100K views for hockey. It's true. It's true, they are getting mocked by Kai Cenat. Ah! No, it's chill. It's a peaceful game. It's a very peaceful game. What's crazy? Don't you guys... Maybe everyone's different. This is not frustrating. I don't know what to tell you. If it was frustrating, you would just stop. It's not frustrating. Would you rather be in hell and just have this? Or would you rather be in hell and have nothing, man? Maybe that's not... I don't know if you can use that as a thought experiment for everything. Dude, I don't want to take Kory's bit. We went to a Lunar New Year event on Friday that was very nice. But some of the food, and we eat a lot of semi-exotic food at the very least, some of the food was a little exotic even by my standards. Now, I tried everything, and so did everybody else at the table, but there were a lot of things that came out where everybody at the table ate like 2 bites and then went, it's really good. Do you guys want some more? And then we just waited for the next course. But when I was talking about it with Kory, he said, that's my experience. Kory's partner is Chinese. So he said that's his experience every time he goes out with like his partner's parents for Chinese New Year. And then he linked me to something. It's called Fat Choi. And I had never heard of its existence before, but that means like good luck in Mandarin or Cantonese. It's a vegetable made of bacteria. According to Wikipedia, it has no nutritional benefit and also has been... It contains like neurotoxins that have been linked to the development of Alzheimer's disease. I was like, we gotta stop eating this stuff, man. There's no way. RFK, if you're there, we need this one. I think like this is not okay, man. It probably tastes so good. Kory told me he ate it once and he was like, it doesn't feel like it's good for me. And then they looked it up on Wikipedia and they were like, nobody should be eating that. It's also banned from being harvested. Yes! Right, fellow? Does it have to be on the middle pip? You get a pop-up when you win. Okay. I thought they were going like full immersion mode. I thought we were in an ImSim. Like I had to decide when enough was enough. It's actually perfect. That's in. Ah! Okay, we just need to give this one a slight little push, man. I mean, the best kind of game to play is a game where you enjoy the mechanics. The second best kind of game to play is something... Lads, 609 tries. It's that easy. And they said we couldn't do it. Yeah, I want to watch my trick shot. That's what it's all about, man. Here it comes. Yeah, no. That's the one right there. This is the one right here. It's actually easy, dude. You just get it with a setup first. You got a playing card. You want it to fly and land between the two massage guns. I don't even understand what they're... to what they're asking me right now. This one uses the whole arm, man. Like sometimes I flick a card and it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, that's the... I think I got it. Anyway. Best kind of game, a game with good mechanics. Second best kind of game, a game that makes you realize that essentially all other games are just trick shot simulator. What do I mean by that? I don't know. I haven't fully thought it out yet. They give you an arbitrary thing to do, and when you do it, you get dopamine, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh. Oh! 90 seconds? That's crazy. That's insane, dude. That's insane. I lost 400 at the casino. That's rough, brother. Take solace in the fact that like 99% of gamblers quit before they make it big. How much... Do you think that image of the guy... with the mining pick, with the diamond pickaxe, who's one swipe away from hitting the diamonds. Do you think that was like a cognito hazard released by DraftKings? Even though it's a meme and a joke, I think about it every time some shit is not worth doing, but I might be one swing away from hitting it big. Because what if, man? Like, obviously, if you knew the diamonds were right there, you would swing. But you don't know the diamonds are right there. But the only way to know if the diamonds are behind the next swing is to swing, man. It's like almost worse than not getting the diamonds is not knowing if the diamonds were right there. Oh! If you check the settings, you can despawn the balls on the ground. You have a problem. You know, the games are putting you in a straitjacket. They're building a box of acceptable behaviors. And then once they ratchet it up and tighten you in, you're saying, hey, boss, I can still move my elbow a little bit. What are you saying? Why are you going into the settings menu for Trick Shot Simulator, man? It's all fake. That's why it's so fun. Please put on performance mode. I always do, man. Oh! Come on. Nick Merck's official, come on. You're getting me. I gotta admit, you're getting me a little bit. I almost read it. They said 19-year-old Emma Stone or 19-year-old Margaret Qualley. I don't know. I'd have to see some more movies, man. I'd have to see some more movies, I guess. I don't know that much about their oeuvres. Chat, stop answering that. It's not meant to be answered. Yes, except by that chatter who got banned for being 19 years old. Which reminds me, actually. Hang on. That's good. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Would you ban a chatter for being 90? No, definitely not. There are ages that are sinister, man. Like, I feel like 63 is like a sinister age. Would I ban a chatter for being 63? Well, I would never ban them just for their age, but like, I could see them typing some stuff possibly that might like lead them to being banned. But like, I don't know, 90 is more like it's a less troubling age when you consider the likely content of their speech. Like, I feel like 63-year-olds hold very strong political opinions, and then 90-year-olds are just like, I'm gonna feed the ducks today. Why? You want me to ban my kin for feeding the ducks? Or like saying, looks like it's gonna rain tomorrow? No shot, bro. No shot. Don't feed ducks bread. This 90-year-old had duck food, you virtue signaler. You're virtue signaling. Virtue signalers be like, number one in the food draft, okay, you can have pizza. I'm gonna take fat choy, the noodle that gives you Lou Gehrig's disease. I'm not making a joke. Go to the Wikipedia article. Look it up, dude. It really does look like hair. Dude, Wikipedia is like not supposed to be for editorials. And one of the first sentences is basically like, this shit looks like hair and it gives you Alzheimer's disease. Like the facts are indicting enough. They didn't even need like a critic to write the article. Like the encyclopedia was like, this shit looks bad and kills your brain. This is the contraption Kory uses to make coffee for 30 minutes. Do people, I don't think they well, some people do. They lack like the necessary mechanisms to break down the social cues. It's so funny for me when people think I hate Kory. I don't hate Kory. I find him very interesting in ways I find my own behavior very interesting. I was freaking out the first time he told me he puts his jeans in the freezer. I make fun of myself for lots of stuff too. Why? Because apparently it kills the bacteria without like messing with the integrity of the denim. Oh, I thought that was it for sure. Do 10 with your eyes closed? Okay. That's 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was 5. Did I? I had to open my eyes because I heard the ding. That's 7 or 8. Well, that was fun. We had a couple good ones, man. You know what's weird? Anybody else have this problem? I can't take YouTube thumbnails with my eyes closed because my eyelashes are too long, which is like not really that much of a flex, I think, as a 36-year-old man. But like when I close my eyes, it looks like I have like an extra eyebrow under my eyebrow. My wife is jealous. Yeah, dude, I know. Oh! I didn't mean to say I know your wife is jealous of me. I'm assuming you also have long eyelashes. You know, back in the day when I would get complimented by girls, it was always like, I don't want to say it was a backhanded compliment, but it was always a very feminine compliment that like fucked with my toxic masculinity. Age 19 in college, girls go up to you and be like, your eyelashes are so long. You're like, no, they're not. And you have such slender fingers. No, they're actually stubby, man. They're actually stubby. You wouldn't get it. Incredible. This is an incredible shot. Dude, you think like, I mean, people could say the same thing about my job. But you think like the dude perfect guys ever get like in trouble with their family because they like work too much? Like he comes home from work and then he just like cracks a beer and sits on the couch. And then his wife is like, are you even going to help? And he's like, I'm tired, okay? I was at work all day. I was dropping a basketball out of the bottom of a fucking blimp trying to land it in an inner tube in a swimming pool on top of the Empire State Building, okay? Real, though? Well, I mean, it is. I'm sure it is stressful, man. Your perspective changes to match, the circumstance. Who's the worst cardinal? Tremblay or... Wait, well, who's the other one? It scrolled up. Tedesco is the worst, for sure. We don't support vaping here. I mean, I have to say that based on the implied positions, Adeyemi was worse. Tremblay, was ambitious and may have engaged in some subterfuge. We don't know that much about his positions. So I guess you take the devil you don't know instead of the devil you do. Why was Rafe Fiennes breathing so loud? Because she was stressful, bro. I've never run my own conclave. Are you and Dan actually close? We're basically best friends. Even though today he brought up my letterboxd and said, my brother, what is this? What are you watching? And it was the cover of Anora.
What the heck is my man watching? What is this? That's all I got. I don't know what it is, but I know what that cover looks like. I don't know the plot of the movie, never heard of it. My man is out here reviewing adult movies. I didn't want to say that. I didn't know. This may have been the last 10 seconds of chat may have been the most unhinged in Twitch chat history. Some of the stuff that was just typed in chat. I mean everything from XQC to my man. Intellectuals, man. Stick to dog, man. Brother, when you watch Terry Gilliam's classic Brazil, but it's not supposed to be me versus you. I was just asking what the movie was. That's it. I was just a little surprised. That's the first thing I saw in your letterbox. One, because I'm still learning letterbox. So you gave it 4 stars. What does that mean? 4 stars and a heart? Is that like an indication of the content of the movie? I just don't know. I'm asking. It means he loved the movie. What does it mean? I'm still learning. I'm still learning from IMDb. It's basically Pretty Woman. It's not Pretty Women at all. I'm just reading chat. I never heard of it until I saw it on Ryan Gary's letterbox. My horse, roll, dodge, move with die. Ryan Gary just dropped the new "Can you tie your shoes without making your face red?" chat roast. I didn't know he had another one like that in him. Anora is a conscious love story. You lost me at conscious, brother. Dan is baiting. It's the chatters that are driving me insane. Yeah, no, me and Ryan, look. If Ryan said a movie's cinema, I'll check it out. I just was a little thrown off by the cover. FYI, there's at least 45 minutes of nudity in the film. Well, that when I saw the cover, that's what I figured what the movie was. I'm just saying it wasn't. And that's why I'm like, look, I didn't know Ryan was into the arts like that, No judgment. I'm just saying. I was expecting to see some some John Cusack movies, some Nicolas Cage movies, some stuff I could be like, okay, both of those are really bad actors, but if Ryan gave a John Cusack movie 4.5 stars, I'll give it a shot. But I did. That was the first thing I saw when I clicked on his page. I'm like, all right, hey, not rage baiting. I'm being chat. That's the thing. Everyone thinks I'm That's I saw his letterbox, and I'm telling you what my instant thoughts were. I never knew what that movie was. It was not hard to watch Anora on the Peloton. What are you, 13 years old? I mean, if that gave you a little extra boost, man, who am I to say? You probably set your new VO2 max to that. Whatever gets you going, man. Some people watch Rudy to get fired up. Other people watch Anora.
Look at my society, man. What did he mean by that? I believe his suggestion is that because it features a woman on the cover, it was a pornographic film. And the irony is, there is sex in the movie. Anora is a sex worker. The movie has sex in it, but it's not about, it's kind of about sex, but that doesn't make it a pornographic film. The man's in his 40s, man, at this point. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, that's right. I think he's baiting a little too much to get some credit from the Zoomers, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yes, he thought, well, I don't think he genuinely thought I was reviewing an adult film, but I do feel like he may think that if a movie, well, I mean, I want to be kind instead of being mean, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm censoring my own opinion. But I think it's a juvenile take to think that if there is sex in the movie, you're watching it to get a boner. Well, that's true. I am Mr. Skin. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I just mean, it's part of the human experience. So I'm not a filmmaker, but I imagine it would be irritating to have your art reduced to a caricature just because it features like a natural part of the human experience in it. Like, it's not like I took his 3.5-star review of The Founder with Michael Keaton and said, bro, how hungry were you when you watched this movie? It's about different stuff. That one's about Michael Keaton trying to get like another Oscar after Birdman. Right? Honestly, I blame but also thank my parents for this. We've had this discussion a few times. But like, I watched movies that featured sex scenes in the communal living room with my parents, probably from like age 7 onwards or something like that. And whenever there was like a sex scene, until I was like 10, I would look away. And then eventually I was like, damn, these are in like a lot of movies. I'm missing a lot of material. So I just would like open my eyes and be like, oh, okay, they're having sex. You don't feel weird? No, I mean, like, I'm 36. Am I going to feel weird watching a movie that has a sex scene if my parents are in the room? No, man. They created me by having sex. We don't have to go down the road of what position they were in again, okay? Unless you want to. I'm more just saying that wouldn't bother me at all, man. If the movie's good, who cares? It just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's more than not making sense to me that people would say like, "Oh, if you see a sex scene in a movie, you must be horny." No, man. It's two different things. Wow! I find it's anti-art, man. And I say that as a guy who, like, my favorite movie from 2017 was Captain America Civil War. So, like, you got to find a way to beat the allegations. That to me, I'm glad that didn't count. I wouldn't have wanted that to count. Because that was not in the spirit of it landing right. We wanted to sit on it and spin, if possible. We don't want it to like, if it happens, it happens. But you know what I think would be a funny bit? ESPN in the Roman era. Sorry for SNL posting. Can you imagine like dying in the Colosseum and then getting clowned on by like a 24-hour sports news network for like a century and a half afterwards? They keep playing the same fucking clip where like the lion bit your arm off. The top 10 misplays of the fucking millennium or whatever. You're like, here we go. It's Canseco with the ball off his head that then goes over the fence. And here's Galileus getting his shoulder ripped off by the lion again. Top 10 funniest Colosseum fails. Seems like this guy needs to look up the word vomitorium in the dictionary. Hint, it's not what you think. What would you do to get a Colosseum to cheer for you? I don't know. It's kind of ironic given the circumstances here, but I've kind of accepted that I don't have a like immediate broad appeal. Like I'm kind of like the anti-Glenn Powell, I think, in a lot of ways. I think it's like one of those things where people see enough of me, they go like, oh, I kind of dig this guy. But like the first time they see me, they're like, there's a decent chance they're not fucking with me that much. Your I Show Speed would be the king of the Colosseum for sure. He'd have me on his side. What am I gonna do? Root for the lion? Like I've never done a single backflip in my life. Didn't he do like 600 in one day or something? He's an athlete. He jumped over a Lamborghini, man. To be fair, it's a very low car. That's like dude, if Idiocracy 2 ever comes out, they gotta get the I Show Speed character to do an event where he tries to like jump over a double-decker bus or something. Imagine. Looking to be more active. Should I join rec volleyball or rec softball? Well, you should choose. But I will say, I think rec softball might be one of the only sports that will actually make you less active. I mean, don't make me be this guy, but I'm pretty sure all of my friends who play rec softball are like, it's great. You can smash a couple beers on the bench and like, you know, it's not like you're going to win the Golden Glove, right? You're just kind of like chilling out there. Kate said you tried to do the splits yesterday. Yeah, at tennis, I misjudged a shot, and then I had to lunge a little bit to try to get it. But I botched the contact. I did kind of do the splits. You okay? I didn't affect a beast like me, to be honest. I think like the coach was kind of worried, but like I signed the waiver, so I can do whatever I want, right? More or less. You have a coach? Yeah, they teach the class. Probably wouldn't really like get too far if it was all beginners teaching each other. I don't want to brag either, but I hit one backhand, and my coach said, he said these words, I'm not lying, that's like a 3.0 backhand. If you know tennis self-classification, that's a compliment for a guy like me who hasn't been at it too long. Now, that was just one shot out of the whole day, but wow! I got to see this. I don't know what happened. It didn't even spin on it. It just landed. Can we go again? I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, Billy. It's hard. Who's Billy? It's a reference to the 1995. You would like it. You would like it. Gen Z chatters, you would like it. It's from the same guy who directed Severance. He used to be like an actor or whatever. It's called The Cable Guy. You'd love it. Dr. Robotnik's in it as well. He leads adult Simba from the Lion King's voice actor to be falsely imprisoned and then pretends to be his lawyer. And under the guise of attorney-client meeting within prison, he rips open his shirt and puts his nipple on the glass and goes, "Oh, Billy, don't patronize me. Oh, I'm all right, but you know where you are, right?" Sorry, yes. You actually, Gen Z, you may not like the movie because they do play a game called Sexual Password, which is just password but with dirty words. And what'll really blow your mind is these degenerates were playing it with their fucking family. Ew! Me when I'm 46 and I have to say the word clitoris in front of my mom. Why would you ever have to? Because you want to win the game, right? Because you want to win the game, dude. I just lost the game. Really? Right here in front of my salad? On International Talk Like a Pirate Day? Really? You're breaking up with me? You're breaking up with me. On International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Is nothing sacred? No. Oh, man. You ever set your Facebook to pirate mode? Yeah. You gotta remember, like, you might be able to be a slightly more perfect age to have actually been mind-fucked by Facebook. But college freshman, September 2006, when they opened it up to not just be like 8 universities, but you still had to have like a .edu email address to access it. I mean, I was like, they got me right in the crosshairs. What was it like in 2007? Like, life was like surprisingly similar on the day-to-day. Or are you talking about Facebook in general? The thing about Facebook before, and it's not all old people's fault. I really feel like it's society's fault in general. But like, nobody was posting anything like psyop news on Facebook in 2007. It was only, you would like go to a party. I'm sorry to make, I don't want to contribute to nostalgia because I think that there's something like, it's too easy to fall victim to the idea that things were always better, like just before you got there. But in like, if you were 19 in 2007, you would like go to a party, meet 20 new people, go home, fall asleep, wake up, add all 20 of them on Facebook, and they would be happy to see you. And then the entire website was just pictures of the party that you went to last night. It was like the perfect website as long as you didn't really think about like the fact that the line had to go up. And then the old people came. Yeah, like I was so early to Facebook, I never had to ask anybody to remove a photo, and nobody ever asked me to remove a photo. Because by the time I graduated from university, there was still like, it would be considered insane to suggest that like your potential employer would look at your Facebook account. Now, did I untag myself from a few? Yeah, if I had like had a huge zit or something, but you know someone messed up if a couple had a shared account? I don't know. Dude, I always think back to, you'd be like 20 years old, so you're an adult, and people would be posting like, it's complicated. They'd be like putting their whole they'd be like, just so everybody that both of us knows, we had a fight last night. You'd be like, damn, Jordan's in a lot of trouble, man. What did he do this time? She's airing his ass the fuck out. We're not even like supposed to be involved with it or whatever. It was normal back then. Things have changed for the better in that way for sure, man. Yeah, I got into some poke wars. What's a poke war? Well, on Facebook, you could, maybe you still can. You could poke someone, which was basically, I don't know, it's exactly as stupid as it sounds. You could just click a button that said poke this person, and then when they went to their page, it would be like, you just got poked by this person. And then like, if they poked you back, it was on, bro. You're in a poke war. You poke them, they poke you. If they don't poke you back, then you got to send them a message and be like, hey, I poked you. Why didn't you poke me back? You can just click there's a button right next to the poke that says poke back. Oh, yeah, then they start telling you some shit like, remember the dude in our high school who died? And you're like, oh man, I poked the wrong motherfucker. He's feeling melancholic. I got this 19-year-old former classmate in my Facebook Messenger now that's like, remember the good old days? And you're like, oh, fuck. I'm bored. It's too real. I went to college in the same town where I went to high school. I remember like third, fourth year of college, some of the kids from the high school, like that were now my age, but had also not left town, were like, hey, do you want to hang out? And you're like, I can't. That's the George divided cannot stand. You can't introduce the college friends to the high school group like that. You don't understand. That you gotta, it'd be more nuanced than that. There's two different social groups, man. Favorite movie you watched recently? I gotta say, man, it's a little played out. The movie's literally 50 fucking years old, but Jaws was a revelation, man. But the thing is, sometimes I do feel the human impulse that's like, oh, I'm watching too many good movies. People aren't gonna fuck with my letterbox if all they see is 3.5 to 5 stars. But then I remember that I'm like, the critics already did like 90% of the work, man. They already watched all the movies and basically said like, these 75% of them are pure ass. You should really only fuck with like these 25% with like a few exceptions. So I'm not going to be the motherfucker that gives like, Past Lives a 4 because it's not as good as The Godfather Part 2 or whatever. That seems crazy to me. Past Lives is actually a 4 though. Okay, Zoomer. Oh, he's fucking clean with it, man. He's fucking clean with it. Don't worry, it'll be a 5 for you one day. In another life, when we are both cats. Pinky's up, Dan. Pinky's up. Are you a believer that nothing is a 10 because things can always get better? No, I find it the most, like, the stupidest line of criticism, because even it doesn't hang on, it doesn't stand up to the smell test, man. Because I know that was a popular thing in games for a while, right? It was like we rate from 0 to 10, but we've never given anything a 10 because we've never played anything perfect. I'm like, well, then you're rating shit from 0 to 9, buddy, and 9s or 10s. I'm sorry to say, because like that, it's nothing's perfect, but something is the best. If the best thing doesn't get the best score, then whatever score it got is the best score. So I don't care if you give a game a 9.9 and you say nothing's perfect. That's a perfect game. It's the closest to perfection that we've gotten. I can also see why people like Mike Flanagan write reviews on Letterboxd but don't put their score. Because if you put a score, all anyone wants to do is hit you with like tier list rhetoric. Oh, so movie A gets a 4, but movie B got a 3.5. But on your top 10 list of 1986, you gave the movie that got a 3.5. It was higher on the list than the one that got a 4. Mike Flanagan's like fucking on to that shit. Because when you give no score, but you only write a review, nobody reads it, which is the dream for something you write on the internet. To write it and have people click the like button without actually having consumed it is basically like as good as it gets. You better hope you got solar power, buddy. This shit is real bad for the environment, the amount of time I'm taking. Hope that shit ain't a Ryobi. You got about 6.5 minutes till that fucker needs a charge. It's clearly an Aminu. Whoa! No, I'm a Ryobi guy, unfortunately. It was only after I bought it that I found out that Ryobis are apparently the tools you buy when you're not a real tool guy. And it took me even longer to come to terms with the fact that that was okay, because they're exactly right. I'm not a real tool guy. Malv strikes me as a real phrasing. Malv strikes me as a guy. Malv, I bet Malv did a lot of research before he chose what brand of power tools to buy into the ecosystem of. First, I was going to say he seems like a guy who knows how to use his tools. Then I said he seems like a tool guy. Then I was going to say Malv seems like a tool head. And like all three of those have different connotations that I didn't feel comfortable inviting. Millennials did get the best of the internet, man. It's funny to say this as somebody who makes content for a living, but YouTube was so much better when it was just people that were like, hey, I got some videos that I'm going to upload. Now there's good stuff, like in terms of like the proliferation of free like education sources and stuff like that, like that's probably better. But in terms of like funny stuff to watch, it's I mean, that's why you turn on like America's Funniest Home Videos. It's still videos from like the 1990s. Because like once people know that they're being filmed and could become famous for it, it changes the demeanor, right? Just one more fucking video of like a dad filming with a 17-pound Sony shoulder-mounted camera. And it's his son's first time playing t-ball or something like that. And you're like, I know how this is gonna go, man. I know how this is gonna go. No, you just gotta hold the bat like, bonk! Oh! And then the audience, they're fucking sociopaths. The audience goes, and I'm one of them, brother. I might be the king of the fucking idiots. We need to bring back Village Idiots. No, wait, I gotta think about that one. I gotta think about that one. They're called streamers? Listen, kid. Verisimilitude. Your turn. Let me guess. The. Sorry. Oh, man. Got him. You know smaller words than me, and ergo must be stupider. Puerile. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Oh! Wall Street's daughter, or Wall Street Bed's daughter, or Roast Me Son. I had to tell the Reddit front page to stop serving me Roast Me. I think that the subreddit should be banned from the internet. It seems like it's all like late teenagers to young adults with incredibly low self-esteem being like, I can take it. And then the top comment is always like, oh, please. The only way she could have a contribution to science is if they've resumed sending chimps into outer space. And then everyone goes, so true. This fucking dumb bitch thought she would post here and we'd all be like, you're hot, we can't roast you. But instead, her fucking eyebrows aren't groomed in the preference that I would like, and she's ugly inside and out. So I feel like it shouldn't be there. Now, true rated discussions is really good. Who's your favorite celebrity that has a larger than average philtrum? Gentleman boners? That's a pretty good one. It implies the existence of like an r/ like dirtbag boners, which I guess would just be like a naked lady. Because gentleman boners is just ladies that aren't naked, which is like way more dirtbag behavior to me. But I mean, we can't just play the greatest hits, but like it seems way more dirtbag to jerk off to a picture of a lady who's just dressed up on the red carpet. But you know, I'm not trying to make you feel bad or whatever. No, I'm not like, babe, I'm not like other guys. I jerk off to the thought of you with clothes on. I don't see you that way. Babe, is it worse to jerk off to the color orange? Librarian, ever since I got off Twitter, I actually feel like every week I understand you like 25% less, compounding. And it's so good for me. I don't know if it's a reference. I don't know if it's a descent into madness. I don't know, man. I don't know. No, I didn't watch the big game. Tom Brady remains the GOAT. I did see the video of him throwing a pass to Rob Gronkowski across Bourbon Street, and then Gronk spiking it into the audience at like Mach 7. I don't know if anybody was standing underneath him, but the speed at which he spikes the ball is unfathomable to a guy like me. He looks like a Source character. Dude, Tom Brady, I mean, he looks good for his age. He did tank the buccal fat removal surgery, I think. But, I mean, I can't deny he does take care of himself. He does also kind of look like a Source character. Yeah, there's an adult Gronk now. And he's no longer beefing with the Costco guys. You know what? I haven't heard that much out of the Costco guys recently. And I don't think it's related to the trade war. Like we're getting we were so spoiled summer 2024, man. Peak Costco guys chained right into the genesis, the rise and fall of Hawk Tuah. Now we got no Hawk Tuah and no Costco guys. What the hell am I supposed to watch? Hawk Tuah coming soon? Yeah, man. Like a phoenix. I wanted to be a phoenix. I just forgot you have to burn before you can rise. Sorry, I have been on Reddit a bit, I guess. You missed the Everything app? What's crazy is I actually don't. You guys were right. Once I got off it, I realized it was all like Eastern European agitprop accounts masquerading as like stock advice experts. And I don't know, maybe like 800 million useful idiots. And then like 6 of my friends, but we're losing like 1 friend every 2 weeks. Reddit is not more decroded. It's not. I'm sorry. Trust. Take it from somebody who had a foot in each one. No, you don't get it. Because the idiots on Twitter, I'm trying to think of it. They're less cringe and more like their spirits literally cannot be saved. The type of Reddit cringe is like the embarrassing way that you cringe at your mom's jokes when you're like 16. Is you're like, oh, mom, that's like the 7th time you told that story. Then you realize that actually like this person is just like living their life and it's you that's cringe, man. It's you that's cringe for being like, I think this person's irredeemable because they made a joke that's a pun or something like that. But then on Twitter, the cringe is like people are calling for like the extermination of groups of people. So I'll take Reddit like any day of the week on that one. They're doing that on Reddit too. Well, not on the front page. The front page is mostly just like recycled. Did you know there's expected to be more stars in the universe than grains of sand on the Earth? And I go like, damn, it's a leftist echo chamber. Dude, it's mostly just dash cam. I don't know. Maybe we got different algorithms. I think listen, the base inspiration for all of this is I think you have to understand that all of these companies, and by extension their app, are using like your own programming against you. They're all exploiting like a flaw in the human brain that is like, if you get angry, you'll spend more time on the app. And the end service of this like erosion of your quality of life is that like basically to them, you're worth more if you watch 8 Cadillac ads than if you watch 2. So you yourself have to police yourself in the same way that you probably have to police your diet, your exercise, your, responsibilities, because there's like shit you have to do that you don't want to do. You have to be like, wait a second, I've been angry. I sought out a web page on the internet to make me angry, and I've just been scrolling for like 15 minutes, and you got to cut that out if you want to like improve your life, I think, because you're the guy with the fingers. So a leftist is anybody who doesn't want to destroy a whole group of people. So listen, I agree with you, but now you're doing the thing. Now you're doing the thing, but you're doing it here. Like there's levels to this shit. I didn't say turn the TV off. I said put on Everybody Loves Raymond. Do you upvote and downvote? No, bro, I'm not logged in. St. Peter can upvote them and downvote them. You do realize Blue Sky and Reddit are echo chambers, or I guess I should say safe spaces for weak people. Sorry, I had to read it. So at first I thought it was serious, and then afterwards I thought it would just make me laugh, which it did. What do you even do in this game? Just put the shuttlecock in the mug, lad. Lad, just put the shuttlecock in the fucking mug. Just put the tea bag in the fucking mug, mate. Just put the toasty in the fucking sack. Australian, put the fries in the bag. Put the shrimp on the fucking barbie, mate. Wackadoo. Just put the sweet and sour pork on the fucking chips, love. Just put the fucking chow mein on the chips. No, listen. Just put the fucking curds and gravy on the fries and put it in the styrofoam, bud. You could do this. I'm gonna go crazy. Put the beans on the toast, love. Yeah. It totally works, man. Totally works. Just put the fat choy on the lazy Susan. Shoes on inside the house or no? Just put the shoes on the mat, love. House slippers? I'm just a socks guy, I guess. Librarian, don't respond to that. Smiling Friends poster behind you soon. See, Nick Merck's official. You're kind of... That's more like... I think when you are role-playing as if you were actually Nick Merck's responding to stuff, that's when the character works at its best. It's when you are asserting that you are Nick Merck's. When the charade kind of falls apart a little bit. You have to embody the character, not assert that you are the character. There's no character? Buddy, there's a character. You maybe lack the vision to see it. I did for a while as well. I needed Morpheus to come get me. Look, buddy, it's transient, shifting like water. That's the only thing I miss on Twitter, is the occasional, like, actually incredible philosophical post that you would see. Does your brain get severed when you stream? I don't know. I've only watched the first episode, so I don't really know what that entails. But my house doesn't have an elevator, so I'm going to say no. Your Audi doesn't tip. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed for sure. But wait, no, this doesn't... Wait, but I'm the Audi. I'm the Audi, man. The innie's like just a guy. That's just me at work. This is me. I'm the Audi. You're at work right now? Yeah, but I haven't been severed yet. Like they tried, but I tanked it. How would you know? I would know. I would know, man. I would know. How's the egg crisis? I don't know. I don't eat them shits anyway. It can't be that bad. Demi Moore was making like a 17 egg omelet in The Substance. I guess that shit was filmed like a couple of years ago. That was the whole budget. Was The Substance just eggs? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it was. I told you already. Sorry, it's a take. A lot of people aren't ready for this nuanced take. The Substance, like, it's a good movie. It's especially good when you consider that it's basically just about an old lady who sucks at taking her medicine. Like, basically the first half of the movie, I was like, this is a nice feel-good movie about, like, a lady who is nervous about getting old, and then she fucking found a solution. But then, about halfway through the movie, 2/3 of the way through the movie, she started getting a little lazy with it. Definitely post that review. The genre is deliberately incendiary letterboxd reviews that are surprised when they get blowback for it. You haven't watched a mid-movie in a bit? Yeah, I know. It's kind of like on purpose. Because like I was interested in Civil War, and I watched it and I thought it was mid to bad. A lot of people agree, a lot of people disagree. That's not the purpose of this. I was also interested in watching Twisters. I don't mind a blockbuster from time to time. I thought Twisters was okay, but I was disappointed by it. I felt like maybe this is not a fair comparison, but I thought Jaws kind of mogged it a little bit. Turns out one of the best movies of all time mogs tornadoes too. I am not going to watch a mid-movie I'm not interested in just to get a more normalized distribution of letterboxd ratings. Instead, I'll do the based thing and watch a movie that is really good, but then give it like a 2.5 just to even out the chart a little bit. Me giving Before Sunrise a 4. Chip, did I ruin movies for you by saying you're not a real yearner? Because like I saw that you gave Before Sunrise a 4, and then I added you and said, I thought you were a real yearner. And then you went back and reviewed it and said, one of my friends called me not a real yearner for giving this a 4, but whatever, and you haven't logged another movie since. It's been like 3 weeks, man. I feel like I accidentally like took the joy out of something for you, which I did not intend to do. Oh! No, I've just been playing Kingdom Come. Kingdom what? Also, at the Lunar New Year dinner we went to, I was talking to another guy about movies. Because I mentioned that I like watch them while I ride the bike. I told him like what I've been watching. This is why, chat, I mean this sincerely. This is why you have to go outside. Myself included. Because whenever I meet another human being, my basest impulse is to just assume that they're like an NPC, right? You just assume that they're a normie. They have no internal monologue. They have no like doubts or dreams or hopes or fears. Like they're just literally like, wake up, go to work, come home, hug my kids, eat dinner, go to bed, go to work, you know. Imagine my surprise. I expected this guy is going to say like, oh, my favorite movie is Transformers 2, like Revenge of the Fallen or whatever. Dude starts hitting me with hey, have you ever seen the Robert Eggers movies? You ever seen The Lighthouse? You ever seen The Northman? You ever seen The Witch? He was film mogging me. Because I one of the reasons I expected to get the Transformers reference is because I mentioned that I watched Anora, and he said, oh, I haven't heard of it. What's that? And I was like, oh, here we go. My favorite movie, I'd have to say, Walking Tall. Imagine my surprise when he hits me with some Kino, man. I was impressed with him, and I was embarrassed with myself that was where my thoughts originally went. I should ask him if he wants to play Cine 2 Nerdle. Daryl. You would not believe. They let me play Meet the Fockers on them. When I had the romance win condition. I need a woman with a wolf cut to beat me to death. No, you don't. You need healthcare and universal basic income. That's what, don't get distracted, okay? That's a personal, King Yama, don't listen, okay? We were off the subject. You do not need an 8-foot tall woman who's also a demon to like bite your neck clean off your head. You need a stable housing situation and like a group of like-minded individuals that you can talk about stuff that you're passionate about with. That's what no, you don't, man. You don't need like what if there was like a gender bent Count Orlok type? You don't need that, okay? You don't. She would fix me. All right. Well, like it depends what you're talking about. If we can go back to the 8-foot tall, the 8-foot tall girl, let's talk about this for a second. Put the shuttlecock on the racket, mate. Did you see that they? I have a question. Maybe the answer is they're not fucking with them anymore. So Brexit happened 10 years ago, right? I saw, I don't want to say where, but it might be Reddit, that since Brexit, they've done surveys of are you happy with Brexit or would you rather go back? And it's 67% consistently say they'd rather go back. I got a question. It's just an honest question. Can't they just go back? I don't get it. Didn't they they got out with the little vote? Can't they get back in with the little vote? Europe's not fucking with them anymore? Are you saying the UK kind of PMO'd them? But what if they said we're sorry and we won't do it again? Tough luck? Fuck. You still buying American apples? No, this shit is pissing me off. Went to the grocery store, didn't even look at the Cosmic Crisps. They're grown in Washington State, okay? I said, that's fine, I'll go with the Envies. Look at the Envies. No fucking location data. Jim Pattison ass Save-On Foods. Daryl motherfucker. You think I don't know in a trade war what no location data means? That means you bought that shit from fucking Idaho. So what did I end up buying? Little fucking gala apples that are literally this big, man. The Cosmic Crisps are the size of your fucking head. The galas are I gotta use 3 of them per smoothie. Apples are C tier? Yeah, you get what you pay for, man. I'm paying C tier prices for C tier fruits. I'm eating dishes you have heard of from places you visited. I'm moving similar. You have seen a motherfucker like me before. Ozempic Action Bronson be I'm eating a ham sandwich with the chocolate milk. It could work, man. Sedentary Bronson. Yes, man. Drama Bronson. There's something there. You fuck with acai bowls? I did for 3 days until I found out it's literally candy. I was like, damn, this shit tastes way too good for something that's supposed to be this good for you. Come to find out the motherfucker's based on soft serve ice cream, man. It's 2,400 calories a bowl or something like that. It's crazy. What? Yeah, it's sherbet, man. Who said it was good for you? I guess my subconscious. Fruit is good for you, but it's all sugar. No, you don't understand. The acai bowl, I don't think it's just smashed acai. I think that they're putting condensed milk into it or something as well. That's the problem with you guys right now. You're when are you going to get it in the cup? Buddy, this is the process of me getting it in the cup. You don't want to see how the sausage is made? Don't ride living with the land, okay? Here, we fucking hunt, kill, butcher our own food, okay? We don't get artificial dopamine from clever editing tricks. We fucking put in the work, okay? You know what be a sick shot in a fucking movie, man? If you broke into a fucking warehouse and it was just a bunch of rooms with ring lights and cameras that was machines like this. Fucking they're content farming trick shots. That's real. I did see the video Under the Bridge or whatever, where there's 900 influencers and they travel to the richest zip code in the city because the TikTok geolocator is more likely to serve your stream to people who are geographically close to you. I think this is why Chibley, don't listen. Well, no, you're in this with me. I think this is why I'm the best streamer, man. Because I don't think I would play this off stream. I think it's a great streaming game, man. Because it's a collaborative experience between the streamer and the chat. It's art, dude. People don't say that shit about other mediums. They don't go up to a ballet dancer and they're like, hey, would you do that shit like if nobody was watching? Like, no, dude, that fucking hurt. Bitch, my toes are fucking broken and shit. That's why I did it because you're in the audience, and you're in the audience because I'm doing it. It's this moment can only exist because of the interplay between the relationship between broadcaster and audience. It's a very interesting position, man. Because like there's been rumors in the back channel of some like Civ 7 content. Ghibli, I don't know if you said yes or no to it, but I just can't see myself doing it. Because it's just like, I don't know, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna say like, oh, I'm gonna develop like pottery now. That just doesn't. I'd be putting on airs, man. I think I'd be putting on airs. Everybody knows that it's good for kids to be bored, so they develop creativity. What do we do as adults when we're bored? Reach for our fucking phone. Hey, let me look at some news. It'll stress me out real fucking quick. Nah, dude. We lean into this shit. We just throw the shuttlecock at the strings, man. Just exist for a minute. Give me the Beach Boys and free my soul. Type shit. If you run a restaurant, do you have to get the rights to the music you play? Or is it only if you're like a publicly traded company? Like I'm assuming like Yum Brands has to pay royalties for the music they play inside of like a KFC, right? Or like a grocery store. Like at Albertsons, do they have like a contract with a radio company or something for the music? That would be sick if they had to re-record their own versions. You know, I'm a dreamer. I got a runaway high, and then I never came home, yeah. Shake It Off Albertsons version. I don't know about you, but apples are on sale for $2.22 a pound. Go see us at the checkout if you want more information about that. Something like that, you know, I could see that. The Supreme Court said, don't sweat it, keep living easy. I love that. I love that, man. Yes, dude. That's what the Supreme Court notoriously just fucking like, kind of just chill. And like just kind of go with it. Like don't fuck up the flow. Keep everything simpatico. Say we got bad beans. Yeah, sorry, baked beans. Cause you know we got canned beans. Hey! Yeah, that would totally work. We got that boneless, skinless, pink chicken breast. We got that mild Italian sausage, the best. Dude, Taylor Swift grocery store would go crazy. We never run out of limes. We never run out of limes. You got that piss jeans, James Dean, look in your thighs. I got it. What does she say, man? She shouldn't be saying that stuff. She's got a young audience and also an audience of all ages because she's very popular. But some of those people are young. She shouldn't be talking about the piss jeans and the James Dean thighs or whatever. Why'd she dump Travis, though? Because he's washed. 0 catches in the first half-ass. You made him sleep on the couch. Honestly, fellas, I'm so sorry to do this. I'm going to blow up your spot a little bit. Sleeping on the couch kind of goes fucking crazy. I think part of the reason it goes crazy is because it happens pretty rarely. But like when I was starting to come down with sickness last week, I was like, maybe I'll just sleep on the couch tonight. And Kate was like, don't do it. Like, don't you want to sleep in the comfy bed? And I was like, nah, I don't want to like get you sick. But in my head, I was like, oh shit, couch night, baby. Like, couch night, dude. Because you're like, ostensibly, it's like you're making a sacrifice, but actually it's kind of like having like a slumber party with yourself, man. Right? I don't know. I know this is like borderline mental illness, but anytime I start to think that the couch is uncomfortable, I just imagine that I'm on an airplane in first class and it's actually like the most comfortable airplane seat that's ever existed. And I swear to, because I'm not lying, I drift right off, man. Anytime I'm like, oh, this fabric is like really cutting into my skin, I'm like, yeah, but it's pretty good for a fucking airplane. You're so right. You can go to the fridge at like 2 a.m. and not like wake anybody up stepping on those loud ass stairs. I wouldn't want to do it even more than like once a month. But like now and then a couch night goes kind of crazy. My wife was on a trip. I slept on an air mattress in the living room. I'm not there yet, but that's fucking funny. That is fucking funny. I get it. I said I'm not there yet, but I get it. Because it's weird to sleep in like your married bed by yourself. You're like, something's missing. But on a different substrate, like on a couch or an air mattress or something, you're like, damn, this shit is like, it's a little different. Guy who uses the substance to play with Legos without giving his girlfriend the ick. Wait, no, hang on a second. There's something in here to cook. Something you want to tell us? Yeah, I'm on the substance. That's why I don't stream on the weekends. I'm the old one. The ugly one. But on the weekends, I'm fucking like in Fort Lauderdale and shit or whatever. On the weekends, I'm a 19-year-old fitness influencer named Travis. Spent a lot of that limited time I spend on flights, I'm sorry to say. But like, we respect the balance or whatever. Would you rather take this substance or be severed? I've only seen episode 1 of Severance. I think I'd rather be severed. The substance, like, honestly, I think I would probably mog Elizabeth Sparkle because she didn't respect the balance. I would respect the balance, but I still think the temptation is there for it to go wrong. Also, like, I don't really want to lie on, like, the bathroom floor for a week. No blanket or anything. Or, like, have my spinal cord constantly penetrated by a syringe to donate spinal fluid to my other. Sue didn't respect the balance. Listen, buddy. There is no Sue. There is no Elizabeth. They are one, okay? That being said, Elizabeth really fucked it up for Sue. Sue was having the time of her life, and Elizabeth couldn't handle it. Stop fucking lying. It's Sue's fault. Buddy, there is no Sue. They're one, okay? That being said, if it's anybody's fault, it's Elizabeth's. Because all she had to do was handle her shit. And Sue, she was having a great time. Look at that face. You can't be mad at that face, man. All Elizabeth had to do was fucking chill a little. It's so hard to sit down and like watch TV and eat a rotisserie chicken. Like, I don't do that shit every day. Sue's the one who fucked it up. I don't know what to tell you. They say it in the movie. There is no Sue. They are one, man. And it would have worked fine if Elizabeth could just keep her shit together. I wouldn't use it in the first place. I'll probably start using it once I like lose my youthful appeal and people stop fucking with my stream. I'll probably use this substance. I think you'd be stupid not to. It's just the cost of doing business in the entertainment industry. The message of the substance is don't use the substance. No, the message of the substance is everything would be fine if you just followed the instructions on the back of the bottle. A lot of you guys are a hammer in search of a nail. The movie is literally, it's a cautionary tale about old people not being good at taking medicine. If there had been like a nurse there to help administer the shit, it probably would have been fine. That's the thing. Yes, just like Another Round. Like Another Round, the first third of that movie, they were on to something, man. It was like Albert Einstein's The Hangover. Then they started going, I'm not getting drunk enough. I'm not getting drunk enough, so they started to drink more. No, dude, you fucking had it. You were keeping yourself at the legal limit or just below, and your lives improved completely. Everything that was going wrong got turned around, man. And then you just were like, let's go a little further, and it all fell apart. But it's not a documentary. They should do a documentary like that. Or like a documentary where like a guy eats McDonald's for like 30 days straight or whatever. They must have done like a super drink me or right, something like that, right? It was like after Super Size Me came out, every documentary was like, what? I tried to eat a salad for 30 days. Grande Size Me. Oh, that's right. The whitest kids you know did it. Yeah. But then it's like, it's too real because like that's what Morgan Spurlock was doing. Oh.
Hello? Hi, my name is Trevor Moore. I'm doing a documentary, kind of like the Super Size Me documentary. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink nothing but whiskey for 30 days. And I'm not going to eat food. I'm not going to drink other drinks. I'm just going to drink whiskey for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And just to see if that's a healthy way to live. What do you think about that?
It's not. You shouldn't do that.
Well, then why do you guys say that everybody should do that in your advertising all the time?
We don't. We've always taken a very responsible...
Whatever.
There should be a Super Size Me for like pills you buy at the gas station. There's a pharmacist on TikTok who does that. Okay, that's fucking great.
Serving size 1 capsule, 1,000 milligram. What does that mean? It doesn't tell you at all. Proprietary raw material, 800 milligram. Nobody knows what that means either. And this is my favorite part. Servings per container, 2,000. There's 2 capsules in here. You would have to split each one into 1,000ths for that to make any sense at all.
It seems crazy. I don't know how it works, okay? But it seems crazy to me that there can be like all this research on cannabis, and then, you know, the states governments and the federal government could be like, knowing what we know, we're going to like keep it illegal. But then like there's no research on like Harambe juice, but you can just sell it? Like, don't you have to go through an approval process or something to sell the Harambe blood pre-workout, or like the synthetic fake weed that you can just buy from the gas station? This is fake? Bro, go to Amazon and type in Harambe blood. But don't do it at 3 a.m., okay? Don't do it at 3 a.m. Go to Amazon, type in Harambe blood, and tell me what comes up. We did this on stream once. I was searching pre-workout on Amazon, and I brought up the pre-workouts that it recommended to me, and the shit was crazy. It would be like the Joker's face with like lightning bolts coming out of his eyes, and it would be like, Joker fuel, blue raspberry flavor. Page is blocked for me. That's you live in a country that's trying to hold it together. I think that's good, man. Do British guy at Chipotle? No. You can't just do it on demand, okay? Well, we can do it on demand, but only when I demand, because I'm the guy doing it. Dude, we need to bring back real sketch comedy. Because British Chipotle would be fucking crazy, man. British Chipotle has the potential to be one of the top SNL sketches of the last 10 years. Chibli, I'll just go to the writer's room. We already have like a few good sketches, okay? One of the sketches is British Chipotle. Another one is the proliferation of streaming services, but instead we give them all dirty names. It's on Clit. Bro, it's on the front page of Labia right now. Just-in-time machine. That's true. If we can get Justin on board. Guy who uses a time machine to suck his dad's dick so he never comes to be born. And as he sucks it, he sees his hands start to slowly become more transparent and shit like Back to the Future. That's a really that's it. It takes a village, man. Please stop. It's funny. Are you like homophobic or something? Oh, it's not boring, dude. You know what's boring? The live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. Even though this shit is repetitive, it's something we've never seen before. Even though that shit's brand new, it's got nothing to tell us. Oh, it bounced in and out, man. It bounced in and out. Please play something else. I curse you. I've cursed you. The next time you look in the mirror, the reflection for a split second is going to be what you're going to look like when you're old. You're cursed. Not for like a day, just for such a fleeting amount of time that you're gonna question whether you even saw it, but also you're gonna be able to see it like in your mind's eye. Did someone curse you like that? No, but have you ever had that moment where maybe you've had like 6 beers, and then you like have to go to the bathroom to pee because that's like a lot of liquid. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, is that fucking me? Is that my... It's not like you look weird. It's more like your brain is It's no longer seeing your body as you. It's seeing like itself is you, and the body is just a tool that your brain uses. And you're like, what the fuck? This is me? Like, this is what other people see when they see my face? They see me like this? And then you come out and people are like, we're playing Flip Cup. And you're like, yeah, let's go, man. Huge. Ole, 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 ole. Are all Americans this weird or just you? There's not that many of us, which I'm thankful for, because it's like, there's no barriers to entry for like this industry. So really, like, all you got is natural insanity, I guess. You're not American, though? You can't win with that one, because if you say you're not American, then somebody from Brazil goes, actually, you're American. And if you say you are American, then somebody from Brazil goes, you're not American. So really, like, Brazil's kind of living rent-free. Hey, Brazil, good luck in the Four Nations face-off. Oh, wait, you're not playing in the Four Nations face-off. Oh, man, sorry, I forgot. Your country isn't very good at ice hockey. Oh, shit, dude. Curse of Pele? Curse this. I counter your Pele curse with a Maradona counterspell and a Luis Suarez boon, which provides me with temporary bite force improvement until I get it into the cup or until the next day-night cycle, whichever comes first. Famous Canadian soccer players, okay. Davies, Chris Hargreaves, Dwayne De Rosario, Air Bud, the dog from Air Bud 2, World Pup, maybe. Liverpool fans sweating trying to defend Luis Suarez. Liverpool fans sweating because they're at British Chipotle and they've never been before, so they don't really know what the ordering process is like. They don't know whether you line up at the left and pay on the right or line up at the right and pay on the left. There's no like signs or anything. Still going with this, huh? Are you talking about me playing Trick Shot Simulator or you with your 610-day Duolingo streak trying to learn Japanese one word at a time? Man, oh, you shouldn't have left me an opening like that. Oh, the first one. It is funny, like when I'm second in line to turn left at a light, and it's a protected left turn, and the first person takes more than an eighth of a second to start accelerating, I'm like, you are a waste of space. What's it like to be completely ignorant of everybody else around you and think like you're the only person in the world that matters at all? When I'm first in line and I'm a little slow off the reaction, I'm like, okay, chill, buddy. It literally was 2 seconds. Buddy, it's 2 seconds, okay? Your life's not that, and we're all gonna get there. Don't worry. Meanwhile, the dude's 6 cars back. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Go, 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 go! Ow! Protected lefts don't exist in America? Dude, that's true. They couldn't even protect our rights or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen the news lately. I haven't been on Twitter too much. The CBC News every night is basically just like tonight's top story. New revelations in the incoming trade war. The second story is going to rain on Wednesday. Trudeau desperate to shift attention. Buddy, he didn't make it rain. Don't you guys have the weather machine? I can't remember. It's not fucking us, dude. We don't have shit up here. We got Schitt's Creek. I think we made Schitt's Creek. China's got the weather machine. Okay. I think North American Chinese food. I'm not an expert on real Chinese food. I think American Chinese food mogs real Chinese food, for me at least. They were cooking, man. They were cooking when they came up with chow mein. They were cooking when they came up with sweet and sour pork. They were cooking when they came up with General Tso's. You're in a trade war, they're your ally. Well, we can fucking if they open like a real Chinese PF Chang's or whatever down the street, I'll go there, man. Until then, I'm chill with Manchu Wok. Is Manchu Wok Canadian? I don't think I've ever heard an American say shit about Manchu Wok. So I have to imagine that shit is 100% Canadian. Yes, 100%. Yeah, okay. You guys aren't fucking with Manchu Wok? That's like our mall Chinese food. Except in Pacific Center, the mall in Vancouver, there's a place called I think it's called like Dragon Chinese, and the lady yells at you when you walk by. But she yells at you like as if she has a sale, but everything is just the price that it says on the board. So she'll yell at you like, hey, like chicken fried rice combo, $9.99 just for you. And then you look at the board and the shit says like chicken fried rice, $9.99. Well, you gotta respect it, man. Like, sometimes it's sales, right? Sometimes you walk into the food court and you're like, what am I going to get? And then the lady goes like, chicken fried rice for $9.99. And you're like, settled. Every other place is staffed by like, bored teenagers who don't really see the vision of Thai Express or whatever. They don't have unified aligned incentives with the executives at Thai Express, I guess. So they're not putting their heart and soul into it. But I guess maybe she's like an owner operator or something, and it shows. There's a difference in the level of service. That's it. Flaming Wok. Flaming Wok. Manchu Wok when Flaming Wok comes in. Oh yeah, man. Never seen a soul order from the Oppa. I will say, Chachi's, the sandwich place in Pacific Center, it's not the best sandwich you'll ever have, but it's a serviceable sandwich, man. Bourbon Street Grill. Honestly, I'm not in the food court very much. And the Pacific Center food court is it's like the Canadian caricature of mall food courts, because like every restaurant is like there's a Taco Time and a Thai Express. Like it's got the third most popular version of every mall food court restaurant. I've never been to Bourbon Street Grill. When I go to like a more normal mall, I'm honestly a KFC guy because I get it so rarely. But in the mid 2000s, when I was at the mall all the time, it was Subway's time to shine, man. Favorite Atlantic province? Well, no matter what I say, I'm gonna offend like 5,000 people total worldwide. I've always had a soft spot for Nova Scotia because I have family who lives there, so I've spent a little bit of time in Nova Scotia. I did also, well, I didn't. I was just on the trip, but my grandparents got robbed in Nova Scotia at a Keddy Inn in Truro. But like I didn't hold, they stole like half my Game Boy games, but I didn't hold that against the whole province. New Brunswick, no disrespect. I still think you got to figure out I don't know if you count as a maritime province or if you're more of like a central province, but you got to figure out what you do. Are you maritime? Are you French? Are you English? I don't know, buddy. You've had 400 years to figure it out, okay? Come to Sackville if you want an ass beating. Buddy, you can find me at the Lord Beaverbrook Hotel eating a slice of sugar pie in the restaurant. Okay, I'm not scared of you. Oh, you don't know that? You don't know that? Yeah. That's because that shit's not in Sackville. It's in Edmonton. Edmonton? Whatever. Canadian beef? It's not fucking funny, dude. Bud said that Phil Housley clears Paul Coffey. They're both fucking one-trick pony offensive defensemen, but only one of them won 7 fucking cups, okay? I don't see Phil Housley getting his jersey lifted to the rafters for the Winnipeg Jets, okay? Even if Bud did know how to rock the fucking Jofa. You try that shit at the Pizza at the corner of Division and Princess, see where it gets you, bud. Get you 2 slices of getting your fucking teeth knocked out is what it'll get you. I don't know. People are saying they're surprised the view count is so high. It makes perfect sense to me, man. It's the easiest content to watch of all time. You know what we haven't seen a single time in 4.5 hours? Nobody has popped in and said, so what's the deal with this game? Could somebody explain this game to me? Not a single person is out of their depth, man. Maybe there's something beautiful about that. Don't get me wrong. I love a game like Into the Breach as well. Soul Decision Son or Sugar Jones' daughter. Okay, VIP Daniel, help me out here. I remember Sugar Jones, but I don't remember anything they sang. I know Soul Decision is kind of faded, but I'm feeling all right. Think about making my move tonight. You know you got it, and you know I want it. I can't wait to get you home. You know we got it tonight. Days Like That is Sugar Jones. Give me a second here. Give me a second. It's still loading. Yeah, do you remember when days were like that? Hang on, I gotta mute your audio for a second. Oh, do you remember when days were like that? I remember you were just holding your cat. And now you're telling me that you missed that. Oh, but it is over. Yeah, man. I gotta say Soul Decision. I think this song is pretty ass, actually, but I do remember it. I gotta admit, it's kind of hard to come back to Trick Shot Simulator after watching 30 seconds of a music video. That had like music and like dancing and singing and stuff. Oh, but look at how motivated I am. What? Look at this, man. Oh, dude, we're in the fucking zone, man. Thoughts on Oak and 70th construction finally being done? Yes, sir. Now Oak Street's only like giga-fucked instead of turbo-fucked, as a result of it being one of the two bridges that you can take to Richmond, and also all the construction at Oak Ridge that apparently is going to take like 20 years to finish. But that's good, man. That is good. I did see Malik said, hey, what's your favorite intersection in Vancouver? I'd have to think about that, man. Like as a pedestrian, it's very different than as a driver. I'd have to think about that. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm thinking about it. Ontario and 6th. I see you. You are fucking Rainbow. That's the 33 acres fucking brewery. I know you. I know you, motherfucker. Ontario 6th. You eating a fucking jalapeno and cheddar scone at Purebred? Motherfucker. I can see you in my mind. You should get inside of a building right now. I'm following your position mentally. West 7th and Burrard. You're a Kits man. A Kits man. Oh, West 7th and Burrard. What about Kingsway and Maine? Okay, first off, you motherfucker. Kingsway and Maine are both kind of north-south streets. Now, they do fucking intersect at the bifurcation point at which Maine splits to also have Kingsway. But that intersection is fucked, bro, because it's got like a 17-way Shibuya crossing. I'm not fucking with that. Night and 41st. Okay, Duffin's Head. What are you going to do after you go to Duffin's? Yeah, let me stop you. Get in your car. Go someplace else. Anyway, I'd have to think about it. For driving north, turning left onto 16th from Granville is a pretty satisfying one. It's a busy road. You get a great view of downtown, and you get a long protected left. That's a nice intersection to turn on. Now, as far as like walking, I have to think about that. I got to think of, it's probably in Kitsilano, if I'm being honest with you. Or, some great walkable parts of Commercial. 4th and U. Don't reveal your position to me. I know 4th, of course. What's U? Are we close to Drexel Games there? I'm not familiar with all the tree streets. By the Safeway? Safeway, Uncle Fatty's, gas station, pho restaurant, etc., etc. That's like Zulu Records type shit. I'm not cool enough for that then. Is that video rental store still in Kits? I got some bad news for you. I got bad news and I got good news for you. It's not there anymore, but it has been replaced by a pretty good Italian restaurant that also serves the food really quick. It's very popular. If I'm in the neighborhood, you might see me there from time. Well, not a lot lately. This summer, I was getting sandwiches there on occasion for sure. Robson and Bidwell. fuck are we doing at Robson and Bidwell with the hotel with those two lions in front of it? Is that what you're talking about? Which Dumbo location is the best? I love this, by the way. We're subjecting like 14,000 people, 3,000 to 4,000 of whom are probably asleep, to just very insular Vancouver posting. The Dumbo in on Robson is the best Dumbo in my opinion. I've been to all 3 Dumbos a lot. It's a problem because I think it's also the busiest one, but I do think it's the best. They're all the same, by the way. Like the ramen is exactly the same at all of them. The only thing that changes is the operations. And I think that at Robson, they got the best operations. Which IKEA is best? I was talking, because we were in Richmond this weekend, I was talking about it with my wife. Vancouver and Richmond need to like swap some spit. Because Vancouver is very quickly running out of cool businesses, especially stuff for kids, because it's just too expensive. But the city itself is beautiful. It is like the mountains, the nature, the architecture. It's a very beautiful city. And then Richmond, every time we go to Richmond, I'm like, no disrespect, but I'm like, this shit is ugly. It's flat everywhere, and every single business is like an old storage warehouse that they've converted into something else. But the businesses that inhabit Richmond are so much better than the businesses that inhabit Vancouver, man. They got all the cool shit. They got all the recreation, because you can't fucking run a billiard hall in Vancouver anymore because the rent's too expensive. You're not turning in enough tickets or whatever. So Richmond's got like, hey, we used to build fucking wooden chairs here, and now it's like 150 pool tables or something. Adaptive reuse? I don't know what that means, okay? Okay, hang on. Someone says 7th and Laurel. 7th and Laurel has to be still in Kitsilano. 2 blocks south of Broadway. I don't know the cross street, though. What's Laurel? 7th and Yanny. 7th and Yanny. Creed, August 6th at Rogers Arena. Be there or be 6 feet from the edge. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. And I'm thinking, it's by the old Toys R Us. 7th and I'm only familiar with the new Toys R Us, man. You guys want to hang out this weekend? This is the next question. Fraser and Kingsway. Me when I want my dosas from either House of Dosas or the offshoot of House of Dosas that I can only assume is the result of some kind of like family drama that I'm not privy to. So yeah, Dosa Factory. And that's what's fucked up. Apparently Dosa Factory is like even better, man. House of Dosas, pure ass now? Oh, fuck. It has to be a split, right? Because like House of Dosas was good and popular. They opened a Dosa restaurant right next door. There's no way that shit wasn't personal. You know what fucked me up all weekend? It was on Friday. I was talking about like the snow in Vancouver. Someone said, why is he talking like he lives in Vancouver? He's definitely a guy who lives in Richmond. That pissed me off for 2 reasons. One is, I do live in Vancouver. I don't take it as an insult to suggest that I live in Richmond, but I live in Vancouver. The other one that pissed me off is that person was definitely from Vancouver, because that's how people from Vancouver talk. They're always like, why do you say you're from Vancouver when actually you live like east of Boundary Road? Motherfucker. God! Thin crust pizza? Yeah, I'm all about that shit. I could eat it every day. I did eat it every day this weekend, actually. So on Saturday, we had a late lunch. I got my daughter a slice of pizza. I said, I'll have a slice myself. Then for dinner, we were like a little late on getting the dinner plans ready. I said, Kate, what do you want for dinner? And she went, pizza? And I said, yeah! So I ordered the pizza. And then when the pizza came, my daughter was like, I don't want to eat pizza. I had it for lunch. And Kate was like, what do you mean you had it for lunch? And I was like, yeah, she had it for lunch. But what's she going to do, man? The pizza's already in the house. The ink's already dry, man. It's too late. You know what's crazy is like at first the motion felt so difficult to do, to shoot it accurately or to throw it accurately. And now it feels so natural that it's like the mouse is an extension of my hand, which I can only imagine is like what it's like to be like a baby, man. And you got this brain which can control like your muscles and your tendons and shit, but you got to like figure out how to actually manipulate them. Like throwing a baseball at one point felt as foreign as throwing the shuttlecock in Trick Shot Simulator. You had to figure out, like, you know, how to squeeze the muscles in your hand to grip the baseball, the angle to throw it at, the motion to pull your arm back at, the speed with which to propel it forward to go the distance that you wanted it to go. This is nothing to me, man. I've been doing this shit by accident my whole life. Like, this is going to fuck with you, but I swear it. I can see my mouse on the screen, even though it's not there. I can now see the path that I'm drawing, and I'm aiming for the exact center of the racket. What have you got? One in the mug at the back? I told you I could see my fucking cursor. Oh! See, now people were like, switch. Now we're fucking playing, dude. This is I'm J.K. Simmons, you're Miles Teller. This is the end of Whiplash. I'm going, we're fucking simpatico now, dude. You realize there is no fucking escape, so let's fucking now you're fucking getting it, man. Now you're fucking getting it. One of my favorite movies about a guy who just needed a teacher to push him a little extra to realize his true potential of being a very good jazz drummer. It's so bad that you think that. Well, unlike you, I've watched the movie. It's about a student with a weak will and a teacher who wouldn't give up on him. It's kind of similar to a movie like The Blind Side. It's like an uplifting tale of what can happen if you've just got one old person in your life who forces you to succeed at all costs. I gotta say, man, it's looking pretty likely we're gonna have to come back to this tomorrow. No, God, no. You could be clicking on buttons as Hatshepsut right now. You could be increasing your iron production. Sorry. I guess you got the wrong guy. Did you hear that? Did a bomb just hit Canada? Everybody's writing Monka S. Nobody's writing no. Oh, it was in, man. If I find out we're invading Canada from your stream, I'm going to be fucking pissed. You're going to be fucking pissed, dude. I got to go to a fucking war. Can you just chill for like maybe 6 or 7 years? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm still draft eligible or whatever because people are staying younger these days. You're too old for the army? Yeah, in fucking World War II when the average 36-year-old looked like Bill Cullen. I've been preserving myself a little bit. You can't tell right now because I haven't shaved in a bit, but can you just be one of the guys like how did Bob Hope get drafted to be like the comedian or whatever? God, I feel like enlisted soldiers would fucking hate my comedy, man. I don't think they're fucking with this shit, to be honest. I think they would probably kill me. I think they would wait till it's over, and then like in the mess hall, they would all get together and they would like grab me. And there'd be like 8 or 12 of them, and like 2 of them would be like leading the way, and then like a few of the guys would just be like doing whatever they say, and then there would be like maybe 3 or 4 guys that are like, "Come on, guys, he got it, leave him alone." And they would be like, for them, like that would be an important moment where they would have to reconcile, like, are they gonna go along with this and like let the system deplete their humanity, or are they going to be the squeaky wheel and risk getting the same treatment that I'm getting? Because they're going to be beating my ass fucking beet red with socks full of batteries and stuff. Army sounds kind of sick. Till the room stinks. Yes, dude. If these walls could talk, man, that would be a horror story of a stinky, stinky room. What side would I have fought for in the U.S. Civil War? I'm going to say the Union. It's a tough one. Because, like, growing up, man, is when you realize that, like, in real-world conflicts, it's not cut and dry, you know? Like, in movies, there's, like, good guys and bad guys and stuff. But in real life, it's, like, really nuanced. So taking that all into account, I'd probably have to say the Union myself. What about World War II? I'd probably have to say the Allies. I'd be fighting for the Allies if I had to guess. Vietnam? I'd probably like conscientiously object to that or whatever. I think if that was that how they did that shit back then, I don't know. 100 Years War? I'm sorry to say it. I think I would abstain from that one for different reasons. That one just seemed like a big waste of time. I think they were just kind of bored, right? Back in like the 13th century, nothing to do. They were like, let's just like shoot arrows at each other for a century. Kate said she's taking a nap in the Discord. Kind of faded, but she's feeling all right. Think about making us dinner tonight. I can't wait to get it home. You know it's sushi tonight. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, /marker. That was Trickshot Sim. Did she really say that? It's Yellow Moon. On Discord. She said, my body aches, time to nap. When was this message sent, if you don't mind me asking? 22 minutes ago! Okay, well, that's like, I'm in the clear then, for sure. I swear, bro popped out of the frame for 1 second. Imagine if I could just reach my fucking hand through this. They should invent that, man. Like a camera you can climb through. That'd be fucking sick, dude. Can they do that? They should do that along with Beer Zero. So teleportation, it's not teleporting. You're going through the wires or whatever. Like the movie that you download is not teleporting to your house. It's traveling through some like fucking like a tiny road or something, right? From now on, we'll travel through tubes. Yes, man. We'll lead as two fucking kings. I send you over to Chipotle, who is live right now. Enjoy yourself, and I will be back tomorrow. But for now, I'm going back to the bathroom to pee or poop, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is. It's pee, because poop is worse. I don't want you to think I'm going to be taking a shit in there at 2 p.m. That's more of like a morning activity. I'm going to pee. See you tomorrow.
Ryan, they were the raid. Wait, how long did this coat hanger one take? Ryan, thank you so much. Wait, hang on. I'm doing the Northern Lion challenge, man. I'm doing the Northern Lion. Look, don't get it twisted. This is not the plans for today, maybe. But I wanna at least try the Northern Lion challenge. Here we go again. No, yo, Rebibble, they were the 19. Guys, I'm gonna play something else, man. Like, don't get it. Dude, I just wanted to see, man. Echo DM, they were the 10. Edgeward, they were the 2. I just want to see if I can do it, bro. Don't get it twisted. Oh, fuck. I hit my bottle of Yakult. Guy that saves his bottle of Yakult, he can't finish it. Dude, imagine you take your boyfriend to meet your parents. This is POV from a, don't call me gay. This is POV from a straight woman. POV, you're a straight woman. Taking your boyfriend to meet your parents, and they give him a bottle of Yakult, and he has a sip. He has one sip, and he goes, I'm gonna put this in the fridge to drink the rest of it later. Imagine, would you get the ick? Maybe. That's embarrassing, surely. You're saving a, like, 60 milliliter bottle to drink later, man. Like, what are you doing? He had 2 hours to practice, man. Maybe I should warm up for 2 hours.
My wife's got a yellow moon on Discord. What am I supposed to do? Saw it and then I saw it say, yellow moon means she's away. None of you stand so tall. Yellow moon means no Discord call. It's a yellow moon. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yellow, yellow, yellow moon.